Hi. Wednesday, again. Raining, again. Oh well, springtime in Ohio. I just taught, believe it or not, an outdoor class, but we ended up in a garage. It worked out well. You have to adapt, right? So today, our workout will include a lot of asymmetrical kind of poses. So we're working on balance, agility, in addition to tone and strength, and some cardiovascular kind of work. I think it's important to keep working on agility and balance. Plus, it's just the mind to have to do things just a little out of the norm. Now, having said that, you're going to see me wobble some, okay? So that's okay. That's when the work happens. So you don't have to be perfect at your balance. In fact, if that's where you end your balance practice, is to come to a nice upright posture where you're not moving, not wiggling, not stumbling in and out of balance, you're not gaining much. Balance is something that we should practice in an unstable but controlled environment. So we need to push the envelope. And that envelope differs from individual to individual, but it also differs in you from day to day, from one side of the body to the other. But it's like anything else. We use it or we lose it. And it's always amazing to me if I persist with a balance that's, holy cow, this I'm just not going to get. But I persist and the mind learns quickly. And before long, the mind and the body are jiving along and you're balancing, but you have to keep doing it, okay? So challenge yourself. A set of weights would be okay if you have two different heaviness of weights. That's not the word I'm looking for. Like 4 pound and a 5 pound, that's what I've got right now. There's one exercise that we might use two different weights. If you don't have weights, it's not a big deal. You can exercise without the weights or grab something else. Bottled water, semi-water over there. It's hard to do with this camera. So you could use 2 water bottles, 2 soup cans. Just find something. Let's start our warm up. I'm going to add my second camera here. There we go. Okay, meet me in your space. Let me check out mine while I'm at it. Be a little more like that. Okay. So we'll start our warm up. And the warm up is just going to be a few exercises just to stretch. So in yoga, we call this a sun breath. So inhale, reach up, reach and stretch. And soften your knees, bend forward any amount. Then take hands to shins and you're going to lift halfway. So you made this number 7 out of your torso and legs. And then fold, keep those knees bent and swing your arms out and up. Let's do it again, fold forward. Lift halfway, feel everything stretching and fold. And as things wake up and stretch, you can modify this to make it work for you. Hamstrings especially get tight, especially your knee. So pay attention to the hamstrings. Bend the knees as much as you need to so you're not forcing a stretch. But then as they wake up, maybe you start to straighten the legs a little bit. Be mindful. Take your focus inward. Feel what your body needs. Leave the world out there. Come here on your mat or whatever you're on today with me just for the next 45 minutes. Roll forward. And we'll lift halfway. Stretch that back, fold, and then rise up. Now we're going to swing our arms and give ourselves a hug, and then add the legs to that. So crossing over. I'm still trying to figure out that side camera and a way to position it so you can see my height, but also see my feet. So today you get a really good shot of my feet, which I guess usually is what I'm wanting you to look at anyhow. Warming up. Breathe. Feel the heart rate increase. Feel the respiratory rate increase. Feel that blood flow. Dilate the vessels in the body. Those muscles are saying, feed me. She's going to exercise. Keep going. And then come to stillness. Let's do 3 more sun breaths. Inhale up and fold. Lift halfway. And fold. So I've got my feet a little wider than hip distance apart, but my hamstrings are waking up so I can step them in under my hips. And that will challenge the hamstrings a little more. How about one more? Reach and fold. Lift and fold. Swing the arms out and up. And exhale your hands down. So swing your arms out. This is swoopy squats. You can step out either way. Turn the toes out, and we're gonna swoop the arms down, swoop and scoop, and then back up. Keep going, still warming up. Keep breathing, feel the body. And know that all of this good range of motion is keeping your joints healthy. Let's do 10 more. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe you go a little lower. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I'm going to adjust this camera over here. Grab a drink of water. Let me see if I can get a little more of my arms. I do adjust this beforehand, but then when I split the screen, sometimes it crops it in a way that doesn't look quite like it did when I set it up. Okay, so we're going to do some more. We're kind of working into a little more difficult exercises, but it's still really kind of a warm-up. We're going to do side lunges. So I have my toes turned out. I'm going to send my butt back. Hinge at the hips. Keep your hands on your hips. So my spine's pretty lined up. So I'm not like this. And I'm sending my butt back. And then I'm just going to go side to side. As you go side to side, check out your knees. I want them to track right down the center of your feet. That's why we turn the toes out. If the toes were forward, we'd be twisting through the knees. And that's never a good idea. Side to side. Maybe you go a little deeper. And then bring your arms out. And we're going to reach as we go. Reach. You can start to bring the shoulders a little more over the hips if you like. But keep the weight in the heels and in the hips, so it should always be really easy to lift your toes. Press through the heel as you shift from one side to the other. Now we're going to kind of windmill the hand over and touch an ankle. A little more of a balance challenge. Keep going. Maybe you go a little faster, but never compromise form or speed. Or form for increasing the weight. Alignment is important. Number one, let's do 5 more each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now stay in this lunge or squat. We're going to hold. Heck, let's pulse a little. 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, go slow, 5, 6, 7, feel the burn, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna pivot my right foot, pivot my left foot. I'm gonna come into a lunge. It's easier for me to be barefoot on my mat. So in this shape, we're just gonna hold and then maybe reach to that back heel. And stretch the calf muscles, stretch through the hip flexors here. And keep your right leg active, pull that hip back. So it's an isometric contraction in the pelvis. Breathe. 3 more breaths here. Now straighten that front leg, and you may want to hop that back foot forward just once and fold forward here. Now we're going to stretch back of the right leg and bring fingertips to the floor, fingertips to your shin. Just stay long in the spine. The fold is at the hip crease, so we're not rounding the spine. Breathe. Pull your feet away from each other while you're here. You're going to feel some support for the back. Now rise back up, bend that front knee. Watch me wobble. Bring your arms up by your ears. So if you were doing yoga, this would be kind of sort of high crescent lunge. Now hands to hips. We're going to pass through that wide stance. Let's do 10 more squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a little lower, 5, 6, 7. Keep those knees reaching away from each other. 8. Check them out. They should be tracking right down the center of the foot. And 10. Now we're going to pivot. Left foot to the left. It's hard to pivot on my tennis shoes. So I'm coming into a lunge. Sometimes I take my shoes off. In fact, usually I do. I'm going to bend into the front knee. Bend into the back knee to begin with. You're on the ball of the foot. Now reach through the heel. Feel that stretch. All along the back of the leg. Hip flexors. And again, draw left hip back. Pull it back. Like you're trying to drag that left foot back. And like you're trying to push that back foot forward. Feel that. Feel that isometric contraction. And hold here. So we're stretching and we're contracting the muscle. A safer way to stretch. So the muscle's got a little control, so you can't accidentally just go right into the stretch and hurt yourself. And we're going to straighten the front leg, hop forward just a bit with the back, maybe the length of your foot, and fold forward here. So this would kind of be pyramid in yoga. And again, that front hip, pull it back, and let that back hip just wrap forward a little bit. It's just a little move. And breathe. Now bend into the front knee as you rise up. Bring your arms up by your ears. Recommit to the hips. So pull the front hip back and that back hip forward a bit. It's like your legs are the blades of a pair of scissors and you're trying to draw them together, shutting and closing the scissors. And then straighten that knee, face forward, and grab a drink. We'll get ready for some cardio next. So as usual, we're going to do 3 exercises. And we'll do each exercise a minute each. The first one is a staggered stance. So I'm going to kind of bear my weight on my right and bend my left leg, and just the toe is touching. I'll bend my right knee a little bit. I'm going to start with arms like this. Then I'm going to do circles. And we'll start slow. Your shoulders will move some, but try to keep them square-ish and make the movement be here in the shoulders. We're going to do this side for 30 seconds, one direction, 30 seconds the other. Then we're going to switch. Same thing. 30 seconds one way, 30 the other. So a total of 2 minutes with these two moves. And then the third move is a high knee march. So you can just tap, or if you want a little more, you can swing the arms up and tap. Alrighty, let me grab a drink and then we'll get going. So with this first one, it almost feels like you're swimming with your arms. Weight on the right leg, stagger stance on the left. So just touch the toe. We're gonna start with arms, one up, one down. And then like you're swimming your arms forward. You're doing the front crawl. Keep breathing. Try to keep the range of motion going in the shoulders, but minimize. So you're not really wanting to do this. You're wanting to keep the shoulders as square as you can. And then we're gonna reverse. Now your brain has to think. I've got to think. It's like you're doing the backstroke now. 15 more seconds. You really want to challenge the balance. Lift that foot completely. And this will work your core. Anytime we're asymmetrical, we're working the core. Alrighty, second side, set up, balance on the left. One arm up, one down. We're going to do front crawl. Here we go. You can speed this up as long as you have good form. I have old shoulders, so I'm going to stay a little more controlled. Keep breathing. As I get older, parts of me clunk when I move. My left shoulder clunks. And now we're going to do the backstroke for 30 seconds. Big circles. Keep going, almost there, 10 seconds. And then on to the third one. So high knees, you can just reach down and slap the knees, or if you want more, up. Here we go, for a minute. You can go faster or slower. So try to keep your spine neutral. Let the knees come up to meet the hands, and the hands come down to meet the knees. 30 more seconds. Keep going. Ten. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab a drink. Time to move on to our first circuit. So 3 exercises, and we'll cycle through those as many times as you want over 5 minutes. You can rest. You can go faster, you can go slower. You can modify. I'll show you the first one. It's a plank. And if you're in plank, I want you to walk your feet wide. And we're going to twist with this. So it's up, up, and up. You can also modify. So coming into a kneeling plank, probably keep your knees hip distance apart, maybe wide, I don't know, and up. You could even do this from table. So we're going to do 10 on each arm, okay? And the next one, back up to the feet. Hands to heart, we start standing. We're going to lunge out, I'm going to lunge to the right and lean. So I'm going to bend and then raise my arms. Come back to the center. Second side. Bend. Reach. Let's go for 5 each side. We'll see how that goes. Looks like the sun might be trying to come out. And then the next one, it's nice if you have 2 different size weights. We're gonna stagger our stance with this one again. So I'm on my right leg. My left hand has my heavier weight. I'm gonna do bicep curls with this one. My right hand is overhead and I'm doing tricep extensions. So 2 different weights, 2 different exercises while we're kind of in an unstable stance. So I'll go like this. We're gonna try 10 of these on each side. Okay. Let me get one more drink and then we'll get started. So wide-legged plank with a twist. 10 each arm. That side lunge with a side bend and reach. We'll try 5 each side. And then our staggered bicep curl, tricep extension. All right, let's go. Meet me in a plank or kneeling plank or table. 5 each arm. 3, 4, and 5. And then come to standing. Start with feet under hips. We're going to take a side lunge and bend, reach back to the center, side lunge, bend, reach back to the center. That was 1. I think I meant to do that first one 10 each side. This is the one I wanted 5 each side. That was 2. Maybe you step out a little further. That was 3. 4. 1 more each side. And 5. Okay. Grab some weights, 1 of each size if you have them. Heavier in your left hand, lighter in your right. Balance on your right leg, toe touch on the left. We're going to bring the right arm up, tricep extension, bicep curl 10 times each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stabilize, switch. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Squat to put those weights down. Meet me in a plank. Let's try for 10 each side, which is what I think I told you to begin with. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, working obliques. 5, halfway. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I felt that. I'll come up to stand. We'll get ready for our side lunges, starting here. Step out right, lean, reach, back to center, step out, lean, reach. 1, 2, 3. We're going for 5. 4, one more each side. Last time. 5, we got about a minute left. So grab your dumbbells. Oh, the sun is out there. Balance on your right, heavy weight in your left. Here we go, 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second side, switch the weights. 10 on this side. We got 15 seconds. Let's finish it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Get a drink. Got a couple minutes to rest. So mixing it up in a lot of ways. So different weights, the mind's gotta notice that, different exercises with the arms, balancing on one leg, balancing on the other. So we're adding variables to our balance, to our agility. So there's all kinds of things you can do to add variables. And again, you find your edge. When you're starting to feel like, I'm not controlling this, that's where you need to be. And if you tumble out, you just come back. Those are where those new pathways are happening in the brain. Those new neural connections, it's called neuroplasticity. And we retain those if we continue to use them. And those will serve us out there when we start to stumble and fall. There's all kinds of options for the brain and the body to work together to keep you balanced. Okay, we're gonna go into some more cardio. 3 exercises, 1 minute apiece. So the first one is side taps. It's just stepping out and tapping. Now you can narrow the stance, you can widen the stance, you can jump. Then we'll take that into skaters, which is behind. And same variables here. You can jump out, you can widen your stance, really start swinging the arms. And then we're just gonna jog in place for a minute. All right, I'm gonna get one more drink and then we'll get started. Now the sun's gone. I hope it's working its way back. It said it was supposed to this afternoon. I need to mow my lawn again, but it's pretty wet, so I guess it will wait. All righty, side steps, tap. And jump, make it a little more plyometric. Start moving the arms. That was a skater, don't do that yet. Maybe a bigger leap. Halfway to our first minute. $15 seconds, and then we're gonna switch right into a skater. And then take it to skater. So behind, you can hop. Or you can just take this easy. Or mix it up, do what you need to do. Remember, giving yourself a little hop is more of that plyometric move. That helps with agility. You're leaping and landing. It's hard to see my stopwatch. 20 more seconds. I think I told you I have this timer on my phone. It's an app. sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I just have a trusty old stopwatch, 10 more seconds. And sometimes I remember to put it on or turn it on, sometimes I don't. So it's probably operator error. All right, now to jog. You can make it a little more of a jog, or you can make it more of a march. Keep that heart rate up. Remember, in our time together, your goal is to get your perceived rate of exertion on a scale of 1 to 10, 6, 7, or 8. That'll be a good workout. No gold medals for working too hard. And maybe there are days that you need to work a little less. It shouldn't be all the time. 15 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get a drink, take a break. Feel the heart rate. And I think rate of perceived exertion is a better way than heart rate. I mean, if you have a watch that's tracking your heart rate, you can figure out your target heart rate. Not really rate of perceived exertion. So 6, 7, 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. You can keep talking, but you couldn't sing. And you really wouldn't want to hold an in-depth conversation. And I've told you before, trying to take the pulse at the carotid artery, bad idea. Because it's just going to drop your heart rate right away. There's receptors in there that will slow the heart rate. If you want to take it, you take it at the wrist. All right, next circuit. So we'll need weights if you have them. And the first one is called Dead March. And you don't die. Good news, right? So you may want to look at the side camera with this. So I'm going to step out. I'm bending my right knee. It's like I'm starting to come to a step on my heel. But it's a deadlift, so you come down and then up and you bring that foot back. Second side, bend the left knee. Down the shin, come up, thrust the hips a bit as you come up. Just side to side. 10 on each side. And then we're gonna do that same asymmetrical bicep, tricep extension, only we're on our knees. Anytime you're on your knees, that's more core, that's more instability. So it'll be the same move we did before, bicep, tricep. Let's go for 12 on each side. We'll see if I remember that when we get here. And then the third one, I like this. So it will be a bridge. You come to your back, you'll need one weight. And you decide heavy or light. The bridge will fly on one side at a time. You can stay like this. My left arm's out. I've got the weight in my right arm. My arms are in kind of the shape of a T. I bring the weighted arm up and then open out. Now to make this a little harder, you can be in a bridge. You lift your hips. We're gonna go for 10 on each side. We'll come down in between and switch. Alrighty. So first one, dead march. So it's just kind of a one leg forward deadlift. Staggered stance, kneeling, tricep, bicep curl, and then bridge, one arm fly. All right, here we go. Squat to get the weights. I'm gonna start with my right leg forward. So onto that heel, bend the left. Down, up, step back, second side. 10 on each side. So try to hinge at the hips and avoid rounding the spine. I think that's 3. We're going for 10 on each side. 4. 5. You may be able to go a lot faster than this, and that's fine. 6, 4 more, 7, 8, 9, 1 more each side, and 10. Well, squat, drop one weight. If you're using 2 sets, grab the second, come to the knees. Knees hip distance. Heavy weight in the bicep arm, light weight in the tricep. 12 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's switch. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Decide what weight you're going to use for your flies. Come to your back. Maybe you stay here with the hips on the ground, or let me move my stuff out of the way. Maybe I could just scoot down. Or you lift. You need 10 each arm. 1, 2, 3, control. 4, 5, 6, keep the hips lifted. 7, 8, push the knees away, press into the heels. 9, 10, lower the weight, lower the hips, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep the thighs reaching towards each other. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yay, put the weight down, come back up. Dead marches. Grab your weights. We have about 2 minutes left. No, 1 minute left. It's almost 4 minutes. Okay, start with the right leg. Go for 10 on each side. That was 3. 4. 5. 5 more. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. That was right about 5 minutes. Okay, squat to put the weights down. Take a quick drink. And then we'll finish with a little extra balance. And then a nice cool down. So I like this balance, but I'm gonna wobble. So I can't see you, but you can see me. So be nice. And turn to the side. I'm gonna grab my knee, squeeze it tight, and then maybe try to take a little back bend. And then swing the leg back and the arms up and back. Back bend, back and up. We'll try 10 each side. Start slow. This is one. I think you will notice that your brain catches on and you can start to pick up the pace. Now we're going to come into a nice cool down. So let's try for 10 on each side. So I'm going to stand facing this camera so you can see me on the side here. I got your bearings, my mountain pose if you do yoga. Feet under hips, stack all your joints. Move from here. All movement should come from this place of alignment. Lift the left knee, squeeze it. Maybe a back bend. And then maybe swing and reach up. Do it again. Notice if it might be getting just a little easier. Oh, that's halfway. This is 8. 2 more. 9. Oh. Watch me wobble, and 10. So that edge, that's where the work happened. Now turn, other knee up, squeeze it, lean back, kick and reach. And notice your balance left and right. Sometimes it's very different. 3, 4, 5 more, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. You guys have probably been done for a minute. All right, let's do a little cool down. We can start with the feet a little wider. Inhale up. Just push the air away with your hands. So push into the air. Inhale, swing. And exhale, push that air down. Inhale out. Let's take a twist to the right. So the left knee might want to bend. Let that happen. Inhale up. Twist to the left. That right knee might want to bend. Let that happen. 2 more each side. Inhale. And exhale. Just float. Cool down. One last time to the left. And inhale, bring the arms down to the sides. I'll stretch through the hips. It's another balance. I want you to cross your left ankle past your right thigh. Maybe you stay here. Push that knee away and down. Maybe you start to fold forward a little. You get a little more intensity in the hip. Your arms can stay wide. Now slide the foot down so the little toe edges of your feet touch. Keep your knees bent and then fold forward here. Fingertips find the floor and then wag your tail a little side to side. Feel that nice stretch in the sides of the hips. Loosen up the back. Now let's uncross the legs. Keep the knees bent a lot. Roll up slowly. And we'll take the second side. Almost done. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you fold. Maybe you wobble. And then slide the little toes to touch. Keep folding forward. Keep the knees bent. And then press the hips at an angle back, left and right. And unwind your feet. Nice and slow. Knees are bent. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale those arms up one last time. And exhale down. Looks like the sun's out. I'll bet it's really humid. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave me a comment, like, or share, subscribe. Help me out with my channel. I sure appreciate you stopping by. Even if it's not when I'm live, I love to see that people come by later when it's a more convenient time for them. I'm open to suggestions. If there's something you'd like to do or see, let me know. Have a great rest of the day and a great rest of the week. See ya Friday morning, 7 a.m. yoga.